Emily Stiff was a pink little girl with her hair in bunches and everything ever so dainty. She walked on her tippy toes wherever she went, which made her legs ache like billy-o, but was worth every cramp and seizure because passers-by thought she was a ballerina. Emily Stiff liked being a girl. She liked looking pretty and playing with dolls and cooking shortbread with her granny. She liked soft towels and nice smells, and she loved her teddy. She called it Cutie because of its beautiful smile.
Hello, I'm your friend.
And I'm yours too, said Emily Stiff. But nice little girls are often hiding a dark secret. So it was just as well that Emily Stiff's teddy was a bugaboo bear. As in, bug, something you hope to never see, and boo, something what scares your pretty pants off. When Cutie first came to live with Emily Stiff, it was a marriage made in heaven. They went to bed together. They read books together. They watched television together. Cutie even helped Emily Stiff with her homework. And when it came to meal times, Mr. and Mrs. Stiff always laid an extra place for Cutie in case he was hungry. But he never was, because Cutie was a toy bear and did not have a real stomach. The bugaboo bear was stuffed with sawdust. Its eyes were made out of glass, and its voice was a miniature tape recorder in its chest.
Hello, I'm your friend.
Not again, said Emily Stiff. When Emily Stiff realised that her bugaboo bear was not real, she quickly grew bored with it and treated it differently. She treated it badly. Emily Stiff experimented on Cutie. She put him in a hairdresser's chair and cut his hair with kitchen scissors. She gave the bear pigtails and ponytails and a green Mohican with a bottle of food dye. She tested the bugaboo bear to see if it could fly and was less than sympathetic when it nosedived into mud.
Hello, I'm your friend.
Why would I want a friend who can't fly? You're useless. She gave it lessons in underwater swimming, having taught it first how to hold its breath. But when a shark swam close, Cutie was scared, forgot what he'd been taught, and sank to the bottom.
Hello, I'm your friend.
I wish you weren't. Then she dried him out in the oven. And every night, the bugaboo bear sat silently on the shelf in the bedroom, planning its revenge. Then one day, a strange thing happened. Emily Stiff took the bear to the North Pole. You're going to like it in here. You can do ice skating, skiing, tobogganing.
Hello, I'm your friend.
Just shut up about that, all right? Do you know how to ice skate? Of course you don't, because you don't have a brain. You're just a big bag of sawdust, aren't you? Watch. And she showed the bugaboo bear what to do. This is skating like this. Watch! Have you got it?
Hello, I'm your friend.
No, you're not. Not anymore. Now stay in there and do something interesting for once. She slammed the door with a fistful of fury and then went away to read a book. When she returned 10 minutes later, there was no noise from the North Pole. What's going on in there, Cutie? How's the ice skating coming on?
Hello,
whispered a frozen voice.
I'm your friend.
Look at you. You've just been sitting there all this time when you could have been having fun. What's wrong with you?
I'm cold,
said the bear, stopping Emily Stiff in her tracks. She couldn't have her teddy talking back, so Dr. Emily Stiff prepared her bed for an emergency operation. She made an incision with the scissors, then removed the bear's stuffing until she had exposed the tiny tape recorder in the heart of its chest, which she then took out and smashed with a hammer.
Ow! That hurt.
Good! I don't ever want to hear you again! That night, while Emily Stiff slept, the Bugaboo Bear stitched itself up and went to work with a smile on its face. It chewed up all the wooden furniture and spat the sawdust into a large pile in the middle of the room. Then it dragged the rug to her bedside, and while Emily Stiff slept, it poured the sawdust into her mouth until she was quite full up and her eyes were glassy. Then it closed her mouth and dragged her downstairs. It was a cold, starless night as the Bugaboo Bear struggled up the street with its heavy load. It left Emily Stiff in the doorway of a charity shop, where she was taken in and put on display in the window. "Life-size doll for sale," said the sign around her neck. The little girl jumped up and down on the pavement and begged her father. "Please," she said. "Please, Daddy, I promise I'll look after it." So Emily Stiff became the little girl's best friend. They did everything together. They went to bed together, they read books together, they watched television together. Emily Stiff even helped the little girl with her homework. Then one day, the little girl sat Emily Stiff in a hairdresser's chair and cut her hair with the kitchen scissors. That was the day that Emily Stiff suddenly wished she had treated Cutie better. But of course, she hadn't.
Hello, I'm your friend.
"No, you're not," said the little girl.
Okay, toys, you're free to go.